If someone has a 200-page system description, you know, of something which should be 20 pages, would you charge them more for their report because you have more work to do?
Yeah, I mean it's
Okay. So that's another good reason for people to be concise is because an auditor, you know, you're paying for somebody to sit there and map that, which I would imagine is a lot of work.
yeah, absolutely.
And mapping that's got to be days, many days worth of work.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Again, things you don't think about sometimes. So you know, I would encourage anybody who is in the attestation business, vendor risk management, third-party risk management, anyone who's thinking about getting a SOC 2 to read your report. What are some of the other key takeaways from the report that you think would be cool to share?
Yeah. Um, I mean, I think really kind of the intent of this benchmark study was we noticed that there was kind of this gap within the SOC world of not having a previous benchmark study. I'd never seen one um, done anywhere else. I mean, you see it with Sarbanes-Oxley. A lot of firms do that, but I'd never seen one specific to SOC. And really, the intent was not just to kind of give the generic, here's the number of controls, here's the number of exceptions. It's to also point people in the direction of other potential like red factors that they should be looking at. Like a good example might be around the duration to issue. That was one that um, is always kind of near and dear to me, and that's the duration to issue is you look at the timeline between the end of the reporting period and when the auditor's opinion was provided. So most audit firms usually target like a 45 to 60 day window. So if the report period end is 12/31, that usually 45 to 60 days after that, the auditor typically will issue the report. Um, but there were some instances, and there was one kind of egregious example that went as high as like 535 days from period date. So at that point, you're like a year and a half providing an opinion on something that happened a year and a half ago.
So they issued toilet paper is
Yeah,
basically what you're
and it's
suggesting.
it's stuff like that that I
Right.
don't know, and I probably doubt that people really look at or ask the question, okay, what went wrong here, guys? I mean, it's one of two things: either the auditor was unable to sufficiently staff um, a, a report to be able to get you something timely, and or there's something going on at that company that they just cannot focus on getting their SOC 2 out the door. And no matter what that opinion is, I'm going to have some serious questions and concerns because why does it take you that long to be able to pull together the information?